Hi, crafty friends. Okay, so you know, I think it was last week we did the styrofoam balls with the thumbtacks. Well, it inspired me to try something else. So I have this letter H that I've had forever. So I'm just kind of using it as my template to trace on to this burlap frame from Dollar Tree. And then I also grabbed some of the thumbtacks from Dollar Tree. I got a couple boxes of the gold and a couple boxes of the silver, but I ended up using the gold for this because I've really been into brass lately, and so I wanted to mimic that look with kind of doing what we did with the balls by kind of putting the thumbtacks next to each other. So the one tricky thing about using the burlap on this, you guys, is sometimes it's hard to follow a straight line just because the way the burlap is, I guess the thread of the burlap. Is that even a thing? You guys know what I mean. You know, the in-between parts. Anyways, okay, so sometimes it gets a little wonky and then I would have to pull a few off and then just kind of start over again. But once I kind of got into the rhythm and could kind of see how that line was running on the burlap, it made it a whole lot easier. So what I did was I did the whole outside. I just went all the way around on the blue, and then once I got that done, then I started filling in on the inside. Now, going along the bottom part here like I'm doing, I had to kind of overlap them a little bit more than I did on the longer ends, but I feel like it's okay. And once it all came together, I was like, oh, I love this. So I just left, I didn't do anything to the back of these. They're kind of just holding themselves in. But you could put a piece of, I was thinking I could even cut out a piece of foam board and kind of push that through. And I was even thinking if we wanted to change the color of these thumbtacks, we could even spray paint them or maybe even put some rub and buff on it. I think that would be a super cool way to do it too. So if you don't have anything to trace and you want to do an initial, you could always freehand it, or you could print something off your computer and cut that out like we've done before. But here's how it is all framed out. And then this is where I just start filling it in. And yes, this is a little bit time consuming, but I love a craft where you don't have to, you can just kind of sit and maybe watch your favorite movie or something like that. This is one of those because you don't have to paint or have anything like that. You can just kind of sit and do it at your leisure. So again, there were some parts where I was like, oh man, this burlap wasn't such a good idea, but ended up, turning out really stinking cool. And I love the color of it once I got them all together. And the other day when I was out thrifting, I had bought this like little brass planter, and I put that next to it, and look how stinking cute this is. Oh man, I love it. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow for more.